So October Red, back here again, back with Senna. You know, is it Sena or Sena?
Double NA. Yeah, and usually it's Sena.
Yeah.
So I asked my dad. Funny enough, I asked my mum this like 2 months ago, and she's like, "Ask your pops because he's the one that named you it." So he made it Sena because of the F1 driver Senna from Brazil. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So my dad loves F1. So Senna's obviously a meaningful name in my culture and to me, but the spelling he tweaked it because of that. Yeah, yeah.
Because the only reason why I ask is because when I wrote it down, I was like, oh, am I writing it? Am I spelling it properly? Is it one N? And then I was trying to Google things and then you can spell it either or. So it's like, oh, I don't want to put his name down as Senna. I'm not spelling it right. But October Red back here with, I'm going to say Senna Buatsi. Buatsi.
I'll take that. Watch it. I'll take that though.
The fight that's been, it seems like the lead up for this has been going on forever. So you need to tell me how your camp has been. I know it's stop start, right?
So it's been good, man. Like you said, it's been such a long time. We did a camp that we had to stop. Then we did another one in Portsmouth. Then we stopped, and this is the third one we finished. But it's happened to people before, so I always say I don't want to like single myself out. But of course, when I found out like the fight had been cancelled, I was devastated, man. I said, damn, it's a lot of blood, sweat that we put in. But as I said, it's happened to people before, so I try not to take it that personal. But originally, I was like, damn, this is so long. But we're here now. Yeah, we're here.
We're here. One of the things that I did enjoy was the conspiracy theories pod that you did with Savage Dan. So shout out to Savage Dan. He's really innovative with his ideas, and he was going through like UFOs, this, that, and the other. And then he mentioned obviously the back injury.
Again, one that I've been asked so much about, and when I say I genuinely don't know, like I genuinely mean it. Like I don't know. I'm not here to play games or to put things in the air, but it's true. Like I genuinely don't know, but I can just say overall, I'm happy that we've got a fight. It was around this time that the fight got cancelled last time, so it's nice that we're here and we know it's happening.
It's funny because I actually DM'd Dan Aziz and I went, you know me, well, you don't know me as well as he does, but I DM'd him and I said, oh, I hope you're okay. But then I put, if it's true. So Dan has brought that up when I've just spoke to him today, and he says, I can't believe like you doubted me. So you can see, I believe him, but I said, it's not you. It's because there's so many different things surrounding certain stuff. It's like, how can we really believe that? Is it coincidental?
Yeah, I mean, knowing Dan,
like you said.
I would say that if I'm asked, I'm like, probably not true, because I even messaged him. I said, bro,
He said,
speedy recoveries, hope you recover and all of that. Then as time went on and I was seeing all these things, I was like, nah, I said, I don't know about this, I don't know. Some days I'm like, oh, you know what? I know Danny's injured. Some days I'm like, nah, why did I find out just 2 days before the fight? So it's up and down, but as I say, we have the fight now.
One of the things, and I'm going to go straight back to the beginning. I was obviously watching you, a fan of yours since you was with Matchroom. One of the things that seemed to plague you towards the ending of your career was the inactivity. So then we get, this like launch party and, down in Croydon, it's like, yeah, this is it, I'm here. Kind of like, even when you like referenced about, I'm not going to be on an app. And then like 2 days later, Matchroom says, hey, we're broadcasting on Sky. So it's all of that kind of madness that was surrounding it. But then you come back and it's like, that inactivity is burdening you again?
Yeah, it hurts, man, because after that fight in May, early May, it was the first week of May, that fight. By the third week of May, I was back in the States. Meaning, I said to these guys, I want to fight again. I'm already back in camp. So get me a date. So they said, okay, we'll do August. And we know what happened. Certain things didn't happen. So I came back to England, prepared for the Dan fight. That didn't happen. And then now we're here. So I stood by what I said and wanted to do by being active. 2 weeks off, went straight back into camp. And I'll have the same approach this time again with the hopes that I can be active.
Do you feel like it's a bit of like I don't know, like a bad omen. And you know why I'm saying this? It's because like you and Lawrence Okoli sort of like made the same separations at similar times. Yeah. First of all, you both leave 258, you move over that way, and then it's like both of you spring over to boxer. Lawrence comes over to boxer, loses his belt. You come over, one fight, then it's like the inactivity again. It's, I don't know, call me old fashioned, call me superstitious. It's like, yo, what's going on?
I wouldn't say it's a, what did you call it, an omen?
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't say it's an omen or a bad curse or anything. I think that I always say, man, if you look at it, today I was told that Dan and I are number 1 and 2 in a lot of the organizations.
Yep.
So when I look at it as that, it's like, okay, this is where I am, a good position in a final eliminator. So I wouldn't say there's like an omen following me. I'll just say whenever I step in the ring, I know what I have to do and I get it done. So of course, however, I would have wished I was more active. Like I'm always training. Like you lot, like I don't know what people think I get up to, but I'm always in the gym. I always train, man. And of course, you want to fight at the end of it. So I'm saying again, I'll be optimistic and saying, let's hope this year I'm active.
I'm one of them that does follow your social media, and I know that you're forever in the gym. I see your stories. I do see a lot of sweat. Maybe the tears bit part of the videos are cut out, but I know you're grafting in the gym, and it's like you're the one with the accolades. You're the golden boy. You're the one that us Brits expect the best out of for the light heavyweight. So, you know, when you look over your professional career and it's just you giving yourself constructive feedback or maybe feedback to the fans, how do you see that journey so far? Is it that golden road that you expected when you stepped out of amateurs and came into the pros?
It hasn't, it's not too far of what I imagined in terms of winning and having good rankings and being close to a title shot. It's not too far off. I think the only thing I didn't see is that injuries appear, also inactivity appears, and quite recently one that I've spoken to you about more in depth is you have legal cases. I just didn't know stuff like that. So I think that's one thing that I didn't anticipate at all. But we're in it and we'll come out on top.
How do you ride those storms? Or where we say, you know, you weather the storms. You've got a goal. Your goal, I presume, is to become a world champion, to become undisputed. Maybe, I don't know, all of it. You want everything. And this road has been kind of rocky. And then it's like, you get in somewhere, we get in a fight date, and then like you said, then now, there's legal stuff. Yeah. How do you focus on Saturday night when you're human? Surely them things are going to be in the back of your mind somewhere. Or correct me, there might not be. I don't know.
Yeah, no, of course it's nah. I'm full of flaws, man. Trust me. I think I'm aware they exist, but I also know that Saturday is very important. And being away from England helps a lot. And I always say to people, like, if you're not checking in online with everything, it helps, because sometimes you just don't know what's going on, and sometimes when you don't know, if you don't know something, it's actually quite beneficial. So I miss a lot of it, but I don't know. I've been able to focus and concentrate on what's more important, which is on Saturday.
Saturday is a very important day. It's a fight that I never wanted to see. And this is me being a fan again. I'll always be a fan, Josh. I can't not be a fan. I'm seeing two guys in the same division that I like very much as people, as well as fighters, like I said to Dan. What happens in that fight when you say that you focus on Saturday? How important is this fight to you on Saturday to get that win?
It's important, and I think we always say every fight is important, and the next one, and this is that next one that's important. It is the biggest one. It is the one where a lot is at stake. The most things are at stake in this fight. You know, it's had that whole build up. The 17 fights that I've had is all accumulated and added up to this. So there's a lot riding on this one. So Yeah, you're right. There's pressure. There's a lot on the line, but I don't know. We understand what's going on, and I'm probably diverting from the question, but like I'm aware of what's going on. So it's Dan. It's someone that I know all of that stuff, but we know that the rewards of this is massive, and it takes us closer to the goals that we have separately. The same one, but it's separate. You know, he wants to be world champ, so do I, and it's number one versus number two. So I understand it, so does he.
Are you happy with where you are right now in your career? Obviously, it is what it is.
Yeah.
We can't do shoulda, coulda, woulda because we're here right now. Are you happy? And it's a double-ended question. Would you have changed anything if you could? I know it's hypothetical, but are you happy?
I'm happy with it to a large extent. The only thing that I always say that I'm not happy about is I would have liked to be more active. But I say with that, certain things happened that didn't enable me to be active, whether it's injuries or not getting the right fights. But overall, I'm happy with it. I make this reason all the time. If I was 17 and 8, you wouldn't be sat here even interviewing me. So sometimes you have to look at what's happening and how you're doing. Again, if we look at it, I'm in the final eliminator, so it's like, let's think about it. It's not like the belts have been free and no one's fought for it. There's been two great champions who've held on to the belt for a very long time, so the timing is good, man. Yeah, I wouldn't say you know, if I sat here and I had 8 losses, man, I'd be sad. But I'm sat here. I've been in some good fights with some good people. I've beaten them. I've come out on top. What more could I want? I'm in a big fight this weekend, and hopefully we progress on. So, just how you look at things.
Everything is down to perspective. And I was speaking to Dan, and he was saying that obviously you two know each other because you've spent time together sparring. So it's like he's fully aware, like his mental saying, he knows certain things that I'm going to do. So now I'm going to have to possibly change up or respond or do things that he didn't expect me to do. Is it fair to say that it's kind of like the same script for you? Is it like two guys literally looking in the mirror with the same kind of...
It's not because I don't fight like Dan. So it's not like a mirror thing. I don't fight like Dan. I don't box like Dan. Also, I've improved since we last sparred. From my perspective, I've improved. I've gained a lot more knowledge, a lot more skills. So I'm expecting him to be the same as well in that aspect in terms of gains. I'm not expecting the same dude I've been sparring. Yes, I'm expecting a better version of that person.
And finally then, obviously, you know, your goal is to win and it's to stay winning. When you look at like your experiences with dealing with 2 different promotional companies, of having a management company and then sort of like with a little bit of help managing yourself, are you going to keep everything the way that it is moving forward? Because you mentioned something in an interview. It's why I ask you this. You mentioned that it seemed to be the move to boxer seemed to be the right move at that time.
Yeah.
I know we say no regrets, right? But moving forward, do you see that you could possibly adjust and do something different again?
In terms of leaving boxing right now, no, because I'm in contract. And even if I weren't in contract, as it is right now, boxing and Sky Sports is where I wanted to be. It's the move that I wanted to make. So I'm not gonna now be like, oh yeah, I wish I'd stayed at wherever I was, or I wish I'd gone to this person or that person. Nah, I wouldn't say that. The fight I'm having next is an important fight. It will put me in a very good position. So I can't complain about that. Yeah, I can't. Only thing I'll say is that whatever's going on in Saudi, we all need to be there. That's the only thing I can say. Yeah.
I've said the same thing today because I've mentioned that it seems to be you boxer guys are the only ones that aren't out there. I know everyone keeps on saying, oh, but Martin McCauley's been out there. That was ages ago. But what about the rest of you? And this is what I'm saying, when you guys feel that you've got to put on like almost a clinic, because I did speak to Eddie Hearn, I spoke to your former promoter yesterday, and he says that His Excellency Turki Al Sheikh watches everything. He watches all the fights. And that's how we first saw Jaya Pattaya. He mentioned his name and said, I want him on the card. So it's like he is out there scouting and doesn't care who your promoter is, doesn't care who your management is. He wants you fighting out there. And obviously when you're out there, that's big dough.
So I guess we better put in a good performance so that I can say, you know what, I want Buatsi out there. Yeah, for sure, man.
Listen, I'm not going to pick a winner. I am literally on the fence with you guys, but I really do wish you all the best on Saturday night. Entertain us. Your nickname for me was always a surgeon. I know Ben Whitaker uses that name, but you were clinical, dangerous, powerful, and I really hope that we get to see that in the ring on Saturday night.
Sure. No, I appreciate that, man. You said it, so let's look forward to Saturday.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
People say I'm toxic, and honestly, I don't care.